Hi all.
Morning.
Donna's back for another showdown. And we've decided we're not doing frogs this time, we're doing octopuses. So I'm
Same
sure you've
ones.
seen this mould before. They're both brand new, out of the packet, so nobody can say, well, you had a newer mould than I did. So that's why yours was better. We're going to start with the eyeballs. I'm just going to pop some.
And I'm doing these ones.
Yeah,
I wanted to do this. Very pretty. But unfortunately, I could only find one in the multitude of pots I went through.
I blame Timu. They came in a mixed pack. I assumed that all of the eyes would have matching ones, that there would be pairs of all of them, but there actually aren't.
And I'm going to blame the mother. So, like, maybe she dropped it on the floor and swept it into the rubbish instead of picking stuff up.
That's entirely so possible too. Have the silicone stick.
I like the little pinky
you like those?
Cocktail stick type. Yes.
Micro brushes with no brush on the end.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Let's get the eyes in, shall we?
Too big.
Let's get the eyes.
Oh, actually, we're doing eyeballs, aren't we?
Well, I am, yeah. I know what you're doing.
Okay, then I'll have one of them brushes.
You have that.
Because otherwise I'll be there forever trying to get the stuff in there.
Yeah, we both went with round pupils.
I have...
Partly because it's easier and partly because I think octopuses do anyway. I could be wrong.
I say that. Well, easier. My foot, I just dropped it straight on the floor.
Well, if you pick the mould up and tilt it, because you're putting it in his eyelid at the minute.
Is that where it goes? Oh, not?
More or less.
Okay.
In there a bit.
Oh, right. Sort of like pointing forward.
This is why I got mine on the tilt.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes, I know. I'm bossy. Don't give me grief. No, it's just Donna gives me enough grief without you lot doing it too.
I don't know what it is. You've used these molds before. I haven't, so I just need a bit of...
Yeah.
I do have my glasses on today, but that
in itself is a miracle.
Whether that
Donna never has her glasses on. Last time she came to Spain to visit me, she didn't even bring them with her. So.
I think they're about equal locations, but well,
you got both yours in, have you? I'm doing one at a time.
No, I'm doing. Just get it done. I know.
Yes, she inherited her mother's patience or lack thereof. So.
I have patience. I've just been through all the things.
All of the things.
All of the things. Prep work.
That's slightly exaggerating, but yes, she has just been through boxes and tubs of stuff because she couldn't decide what she was going to do.
My eyeball's probably a bit on the gimpy side.
Yeah, but funny enough, I don't think my eyeballs are the same size. Well, even though they've got the same pattern on them, I think one is bigger than the other. Never mind.
I put mine back to back, so they should. The
life of a cross-eyed octopus.
Well,
poor little thing.
Octopi, technically, we'll probably put these the wrong way because octopus eyes are on the side of their head.
Well, I didn't make the mold, so what can I say?
Eyes on the, because they have like 360 vision, don't they? Pretty sure they do.
I don't know. My eyes just look really wonky, and one definitely looks bigger than the other, doesn't it?
They do, yeah. I think you've got like a bit of something on the top of that one.
Oh, that's UV resin leaked over on the side.
I've got some as well, so I think mine must be set by now.
Yeah, I think mine's set enough that I can just pop it under the light to make sure it's fully cured.
I'm going to turn that off if I blind someone.
Yeah, like me. Right, I'm going to put these under the UV light to make sure they're fully set, and we will be back in a moment. Bye.
Bye.
We're back.
Hi.
Right, so the eyes are set. We've each got about 50 ml of resin here, which I think is going to be way more than I need. And it's probably way more than Dana needs because it's not just resin going in there. What are you doing?
These couple of different types of stones, some shiny ones. I'm sticking with my beach theme for obviously bathroom purposes.
Well, we did a little bit of research, and apparently octopus Octopi.
No, it's octopuses.
Octopuses, okay, whatever. They have 9 brains, so I'm putting marbles in mine. And I chose ones with all red bits in because that's more of a brainy sort of colour-ish. And obviously, because they have 9 brains, he's having 9 marbles. So crack on and do it.
I'm going to put some resin in his head first.
Oh, I probably should have put some in when I put the first couple of marbles in, but I'm winging it.
You can wing it. I'm going to, there's no rhyme or reason to how I'm putting them in. I'm going to just
Throw them at me.
carefully drop them in. Some of these have turned like a pinky colour after they've gone in the water. I definitely didn't have any pinky coloured stones in my pile, so I was very specific. Oh God,
she was exceedingly specific. Don't say that, that's awful. Specific about how she selected her stones. I'm going to do these just to the bottom of the tentacles.
Some of mine are also turning brown, black. Perhaps it was those, like
the darker blue ones, maybe?
The darker blue ones. Well, you did say they would go from dull to...
I didn't say they go from dull to shiny, but I didn't know how resin would actually affect them all.
Yeah.
I just want this up above, just to the base of the tentacles, because obviously that's going to be a bit different.
Yeah, I want to just have a quick look at the bottom of mine to see what sort of colours.
I'm going to grab myself a little micro brush with no end to make sure I've got no bubbles getting trapped in there.
I'm taking this red one out because it's...
You don't like it?
No, I don't like it. Don't like it. The grey, bluey, darker ones can stay in, but this red one's coming out. Whether it's Sodden likes it or not.
I haven't got much in the way of bubbles in here, actually. I was surprised about that. I thought that
I got a 10.
Because I didn't put the resin in before I started putting marbles in, I thought I'd have had more bubbles than I've got.
Right, so
obviously that one's not completely covered, but the resin doesn't come up that high. That's okay. It's all okay. I'm going to give that a quick squirt of isopropyl alcohol if I can figure out where I put it.
This?
There it is. No, that one doesn't. Spray doesn't work on that one for some reason.
Bizarre.
It's probably jammed with resin.
Probably, because
I'm just going to grab a...
This is what I've already got out.
Which around you. I can wipe off my little micro brush.
I cleaned those sticks earlier, by the way.
Aren't you good?
Yeah.
I'll put them away because we don't need them for now.
I've got resin on that mat. I need a hook for it. There's my clean finger. It doesn't seem to be getting those bubbles out. I don't even know if I'm squirting it in.
It looked like you were, but just don't squirt it in your face because it's really not good for you.
Yeah.
So
I have got
quite a bit of resin left over in my little pot. So yet again, my little bottle mold.
Yeah. Oh, my bubbles are going to be... I think it's actually not bubbles. I think it's grit off the stones.
Oh, that's entirely possible.
I'm looking at it, and even though I've squirted that stuff in, not
squirted
actually
for all your life.
I did squirt. I might actually put... Ow. Blooming hip. I'm going to grab that, those little starfish that I used last time.
Do you know where you put the mold? Oh, I see that. The actual starfish.
Little actual starfish to drop. Put a little bit of extra decoration.
Decoration.
Because I still got plenty of...
I'm just slinging clear resin into there.
I love these little starfish.
It's not enough to fill my mold, but never mind.
Oh, well, I've got tons of resin in mine.
You'll have leftovers, it's fine. You can do that.
I just need to get...
Use what you need before you start giving me your leftovers. Use up what you've actually got and what you need. Breathe out every last drop from this. I'm actually going to drop alcohol ink into this once it's full. See if I can do a kind of a Petri effect, but I don't know. I've never been successful with that.
Oh,
Not that I've tried for a very long time, but
some of these are very cute. I might put a little bit of.
we'll move that over there for a
See if I
second.
can get that little man. Not little man, what's he called? Starfish. To sort of stick sideways on his head. So he looks like he's got starfish stuck on him.
Oops. Just trying to clear up your mess.
Oh, feel free.
Okay, I'm cleaning up my mess as well. But,
I was going to say, it's not
all your mess, I
mine.
know.
I'm trying to get the starfish to stand up on one of my stones.
Well, you might have to put some stones behind it to prop it up.
Well, I've wedged
Or just try and poke him down the side of the stones, but unfortunately they do float. So
yeah, I know. I noticed that last time.
Oh, pardon me.
How rude.
That was rather rude, wasn't it?
How rude.
Can't even edit that out. Oh.
No, you can't. If I can poke him so his legs behind the stones.
Donna's filling her entire bathroom with things she makes when she comes over here, which is really good, actually.
I have shelves now in my bathroom.
Woohoo.
And well, I needed a new shelf because I wanted to put a towel hook by my bath because I like to read in the bath and my hands get wet. So I want a shelf near the bath to put a hook on,
so you can have
so
a hand
I
towel
can have a
on it.
hand towel near by. And do you want to have that stuff?
Do you not want to put any more resin in there? Or are you leaving it as it is?
No,
and
because
putting
I
another
might want to
layer
put like a sandy colour in
Okay,
later.
no problem.
And I don't want
In
it
that
to.
case, I'm going to steal your
I don't want it to get
some of your
mad
leftover resin in.
crazy. I want it to get mad crazy.
Got that a little bit too full for what I'm aiming for, because there's no
Gosh
room to do the
darn it.
Petri in there.
Gosh darn it! This one.
Gosh
little
darn
one,
it.
This little one doesn't want to stay still, so I might have to poke a stone behind that one. The others seem to have stuck in their locations. Apart from this young little gentleman here, does not
Very
want to
polite of you,
stay.
darling. Little gentleman. Oh, you're not normally that polite at all.
No, I'm trying. Well,
You're trying
you told
not to
me not to
swear.
swear because you have to tell YouTube or something.
Yeah,
I don't
I'll have
know.
to tell YouTube if there's any swearing in my
So
video.
I'm being polite.
You want more resin back?
No, I don't want to disturb stuff too much now.
Well, I'll get you another bottle mold and you can put the rest of this in there. Unless there's something else you want to put it in.
I want to plonk that and just push that onto the front.
Back there so you can get at it. I'm going to go and get my alcohol inks and my pinata.
What?
I'll explain in a minute.
Well, a pinata. I know what a pinata is.
No, you don't. It's not what you think. I'm making sure I'm using alcohol ink and not
It's
actually...
not the pinata I know, then.
No, not the pinata you know. This is... It's an alcohol ink, but if you drop it on top of a coloured alcohol ink, it sinks to the bottom and it takes the colours with it.
All right. I've got a bubble there.
That's the theory, anyway.
Got a bubble there.
So I'm going to use some blueberry alcohol ink.
Bubble. It's good because I can see a bubble. There it goes.
And some teal as well. Not that I've left much room in there for the teal, but
might just throw these little bits. I'm going to have to take my glove off to pick up these bits, but I won't touch the resin, people. I'm just going to drop these little bits of broken
little busted
off legs of the
so a little bit
thingamajigs.
of pinata on top.
Is it vibrating?
Yes, my other phone is ringing.
Oh,
I'm
right.
ignoring
Okay.
it. It's not a number I recognise. I don't answer numbers I don't recognise.
I'll answer the phone full stop. And I've done it again. Is that the time?
Yes, that is the time.
All right. No, I haven't then.
What, forgotten to make a phone call?
I've forgotten to ring the GP.
No,
I'm getting frustrated with now. I'm just
12 o'clock.
Just losing the will to live with my GP. I might just ring endocrinology and ask him to do my prescription. It seems as he's already reviewed my bloods. I'm just fed up.
Yes, I'd be fed up too.
I get it though. I do understand because obviously with the changeover from bloody crappy E Harley Street, who have been a bane of my life for the last year. So I understand the switch back to the NHS is not going to be a smooth one.
No, but on the other hand...
But once they're back, I actually do prefer the NHS GP that we had before E Harley Street because they were so nice. They were...
This doesn't seem to be dropping at all.
I mean, that stupid one E Harley Street doctor that we saw for Eve and then for their knees. And I swear to God, might as well have gone to a life coach or something. She's got knee pain. She's seeing physio. Physio wanted her to be referred to the bone people. What you call them?
Osteopath.
Yeah, and the doctor, the E Harley Street quack. Yeah, he was a quack. Just basically said to her, she had possibly had housemaid's knee, and that she should sleep more, eat regularly, drink plenty, and and that was it. And we were like, how is that going to affect the knee pain? She weighs about 5 stone.
Yeah.
She goes.
She's absolutely tiny. She's 5'2". She's about a size 0.
Yeah, she's tiny, and he was so dismissive.
Well, I mean, I went to a doctor about my back some years ago in Worthing, and it was a hospital osteo type person. And he basically said to me, well, buy a new sofa, buy a new bed, and take as many holidays in the sun as you can. And I asked him if he was going to write me a prescription for any of that. And he just gave me a blank look. He didn't even laugh. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Some doctors are just
so amused. Not.
I mean, at least what you call it? The physio did an MRI, but the MRI didn't show anything. So I'm not even sure what the next steps. Oh, we had all those blood tests done. The doctor did do some blood tests.
Yeah.
But obviously I got to see what those results say because it's a bit of a funny one because when we went traveling, obviously in 2019, she was diagnosed with Lyme when we came back because she had the classic ring and
oh yes, the Lyme disease. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, so like the bullseye mark she had and everything. Yeah. So she was on the doxycycline, which made her rough, made her really sick. And the physio was
of this, by the way.
And the physio did say, that if possible, the joint pain
was due to the lime.
is linked to lime. So I don't know whether you actually did request a lime test. But she needs to go get her results so I can have a look at what's what. And just...
Yes, let Mummy deal with it, but she's got to get the results first. She can't rely on you to do that as well.
No, because it's GDPR.
She's an adult.
She's an adult, and GDPR won't allow me to pick up her results.
Yeah.
They dropped the form in, but I can't pick them up.
Right. Have you finished fiddling, or are you going to carry on talking for a little while?
No, I think I'm done because I would like to put like a
Right.
very pale sandy...
Your next job is to come and help me sort out my bedroom.
Yes, we're on domestic chore, spare room, triple wardrobe emptying, because it belongs to everything, and it belongs to the mother and
90% of we have we've got 2 bedrooms. We've got massive triple wardrobes in both bedrooms. They're built in like wardrobes normally are in Spain. The entire wardrobe in the spare bedroom is mine, and the wardrobe in our bedroom also has 2 shelves of my stuff in it. I have had some changes in weight. I've lost a reasonable amount of weight recently, so it's I've been hanging on to clothes, saying, "Oh, if I gain weight again, I'll only have to go and buy more."
Do you want to put any colour into it?
Yeah, I'll sling a bit of teal in. But yeah, I've decided it's time to dispose of anything that doesn't fit me now. And Donna is far more ruthless than I am.
Oh, I am ruthless.
Plus she will cart it all off to the charity shop for me, so it saves me another job.
I'm not, I don't hold on to anything. This is why anything I make has to go in my bathroom, because I don't do knickknacks. I don't do holding on to stuff just in case.
I do.
It's charity shop, off it goes. My house, well, I say that I do this stuff, but if you go to my house and go in my loft or my sheds, it's you can't move, because unfortunately I live with 6 people who don't throw stuff away at all. They are hoarders.
Yes, and the 6 people you live with are, apart from your husband, your 5 kids. The youngest is almost about to turn 17, so they are technically totally capable of sorting things out themselves.
To Poppy, she is probably more like me than anybody else.
Which is weird, because she's also the only one who looks like me.
Yeah.
And has the same issues with food that I do.
Yes. But she's...
yeah. Bless her.
She's like me. She is very ruthless with not holding on to stuff. And then, of course, you've got Rose, who can't get rid of anything. And I mean anything. She must have every handbag you've ever given me. When I'm like, right, don't need that. It's like, oh, I'll keep it. I'll have that.
Yeah.
And then,
well, to be fair, I did give you an awful lot of handbags when I moved.
Yes, but they not necessarily needed, do they? Let's face it,
no.
We don't need... You need one bag.
Yeah, okay. Just because nobody needs 17 handbags doesn't mean you shouldn't
have them. You just need one bag.
Look, how old were you before you even had a handbag?
Oh, 30 before I had a handbag, easily. Probably older than that, actually. No, I think Bob bought me a handbag for my 30th.
Yes, he bought
you that. When I was 30, Poppy was still... I still had nappy bags, you know.
Yeah, because
even though I had one, I didn't use one until I was probably 35.
I believe that was the one that when we went out for Bob's 60th birthday. I believe that was the one that your husband vomited into in the taxi, wasn't it?
Yes, but it was my nice Balenciaga bag as well.
Yeah.
It's not even a cheap Primark bag. It's a very expensive bag.
Yes.
But it was
that
vomit bag or
up in the taxi.
Yeah. And then you'd have to pay however much it was to get
for the clean-up costs, yes. Right, how are you doing on bubbles in there? I see a bubble
Yeah, I
Paint side
need
there.
this got colour on it, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it's clear.
Oh right. Yeah,
I've just been poking my giant frog.
yeah, I'm trying to bring the bubbles into the. This one little starfish, he keeps moving and he's really annoying me. The other ones are not too bad.
Well, what we can do is we can go in, sort out one shelf of my wardrobe.
This needs a little bit of a hoof to, so I can put the rest of that in because he's really
Oh,
needs a
yeah,
little bit of.
no, the mold itself is wonky.
All right,
I
was going to say because everything
because
else
it's actually a sugarcraft mold.
yeah,
They're never ever level.
that's
So
it.
that
That's
should about do it.
That's more of a.
Yeah, the sugarcraft molds are always wonky for some reason.
Mm,
So we can leave this to talk to itself for a while. I'm going to need to move my resin off the top of the washing machine because it's vibrating like mad and it's going to end up on the floor.
Yeah, well, you decided this morning to wash the tea towels, so they're on a big wash.
Yeah. Well, life goes on, domestic chores and all that.
Yes.
We'll try and edit out as much of the sound as possible, but don't hold your breath. That looks fine, don't it? All seems to be where it's supposed to be now. Might want to give it another spray of alcohol though, see a few bubbles rise in there.
But don't forget there's grit off those stones as well, so some of those.
Yeah. Worry not.
He might.
We'll get there.
He's got a bubble.
We'll get there.
He missed it.
In eventuality. Right. I'm going to just sling this leftover into this pot as well.
All right.
We don't waste resin.
No, we make random stuff.
No,
bottles mostly.
Yeah.
We like little
I'm
bottles.
obsessed by the
That's
little
another
bottles
thing
at the
that
moment.
is always Rose, my hoarder. She likes little trinkets.
Yeah.
And she's got a very big bedroom and she's having very long
long
shelves going up
So
shortly.
she can have a lot of bottles on her shelves, can't she?
Yes. The green is a good colour because her bedroom's like a sage.
Well, I mean, this is only half full, so when I mix up the next batch of resin, you can put another colour in or more of the same.
It's going to be like a sage and a cream, her bedroom is at the moment. But obviously, with lots of plants, she's having, the shelf is going across the shortest wall, which is nearly 3 meters. And she's having those, we're getting plants, ones that grow down.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's very into nature and stuff, so.
But she's going off to uni, so who's going to water these plants?
Me.
And not only is she going off to uni, she's going to Camp America first for like 6 weeks, isn't she?
Yeah, well, once she's away, I think is when I will get the bedroom finished. And even if...
All right, so she can have the plants added after she gets back.
Or I will just do it. And because obviously now I'll have 2 spare bedrooms.
Woohoo. It's okay, because one of them's mine.
Yeah, one's where Mum sleeps when she comes. Because I'll have 2 spare bedrooms. Like when Lowry and Carl come.
Yeah.
The bedroom will be finished. It's about, I'd say it's about 80% done, but it's, so I laid the floor. Well, the skirting needs to be stuck. I've cut it all. It's perfect. It's just waiting to be stuck to the wall. I just gotta get organised.
That's the end of my micro brush.
Yeah. But when she's in the bedroom, it's difficult to do anything because she has stuff. A lot of stuff, which is annoying, and you can't really work around it. And of course, because she's also doing art, you got all her oil paints, canvases, easily things.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I get it. I understand. Yes. Right. I'm going to walk away from this now.
Me too, because otherwise I'm going to put things.
Start working on my spare bedroom before I have to go down and pick my pills up from the pharmacy. And we will catch you all when this is ready for the next layer. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Hi all.
Hi.
We're back again. Now, mine is ready for the next coat. Donna's isn't.
I'm doing bits and pieces.
So we're going to let Donna carry on with hers. I'm going to mix up my resin and put that on to warm up a bit because you need to put UV in that one. You
Right.
said you're going to
Yeah.
use UV. I've got a drop in there.
Didn't see the bottle.
You didn't see the bottle.
That big bottle.
That big bottle here
in
that
front
you
of me.
couldn't see. Right.
No glasses this morning.
Right. So what are you doing?
I want to put some of this like sort of lightly in the legs because the octopus have a tinge to them. But I want to just put a bit of this stuff,
abalone shell,
around the head with the UV stuff before I fill it. Because he's looking a bit half-baked on the back of his head. Not got much of anything. So.
Well, I did suggest more stones, but you don't listen to me.
Yes, but they wouldn't have stuck where I wanted them with the resin. I would have had to UV'd them yesterday onto the side of.
Okay, you crack on and do what you need to do.
But I'm gonna. Yes, I'm just gonna put this. I need to take some of these out, otherwise I'm gonna get UV on.
We've only got an hour this morning.
I know. We don't have long. We don't have long.
No, we don't. We only have 1 hour before we have to get ready to go to the store.
But you have to go places.
Well, yes, I didn't have anything arranged for this morning apart from filming. But then, of course, the surgery rang, moved up my appointment, which was a complete and utter waste of time, by the way.
Oh, nothing new is there?
Well, and my doctor's off sick, apparently. He's going to be off for a month.
So
I saw a totally different doctor. This was to get consultant's results. But the consultant hasn't replied.
Again.
So
there's just 2 appointments you've wasted going for results.
Yep.
And there's not actually been any
Well, I mean,
results.
I've had the results. What I haven't had is the treatment plans. And,
yes.
Yeah.
So if she knew your doctor was off, and you knew you had an appointment on Monday, and somebody was covering, and why didn't they just have a look before rearranging and just say, oh, sorry, your doctor's off, there's nothing come through yet, can we cancel your appointment for next week?
That would be too easy.
Well,
so anyway, I saw a locum who was actually very nice. Spoke almost as good English as my normal doctor. And he said, what we normally recommend in these cases is you make an appointment every week. Just in case. Because it does take...
The appointment system works a lot better over here than in the UK.
Absolutely.
But it's just a waste of resources.
Yeah, well, he wasn't busy. I was out of there before my appointment should have even started, so... My appointment was at 20 past. I was back in the car at 15:15, and I'd been up to reception and booked another appointment by then.
Yeah.
Well, I just got a text through reminding me that Bob has got
his appointment
eye appointment on Wednesday.
Sorry, I'm kind of...
Yeah, it's fine. You're more or less in shot. You might need a bit more UV on that.
Yeah, it's fine. I can't really see. I think
you can't really see. Do you want an extra light on?
Yeah, that might be an idea. That's actually better because I can actually see I can tell once I've poked it in and it sticks. I know I can see that there's definitely stuff in there, but obviously when I'm trying to stick it in, I can't tell if this.
Just be very careful not to dislodge the cured resin from the mould, because otherwise the next layer of resin is going to go right between.
I've not gone that far down. Like I said, I'm only just putting some background noise in.
That's one way of putting it, yeah.
Well, yeah, because otherwise he'll be bald on the back of his head, and then I kind of.
Yes, well, unfortunately, I don't have any lights small enough that you could have put in there. Yeah. So that'll be good. You have to do one with lights next time, Don.
one with lights next time, is that? That's fine.
I got some lights as you could probably use. Probably.
Well, I'm denied about those blue string things.
Beads. The beads on the string.
They're very nice, but they were massive, and then I would have had to cut them, and then I couldn't tell if they had holes and would leave bubbles.
Well, what you can do is kind of sort of measure out roughly what you think you're going to need, and then actually put them into a cup full of cured mixed resin and see if any bubbles actually do rise.
Yes, could do that, couldn't I? Could have done that.
I was actually going to do a snow globe in the head of mine, but I haven't got any small enough balls to do it with. So I'm going to have to get smaller balls.
You need smaller balls.
I need smaller balls.
Let's see if I get this bit in.
Resin is there warming up a bit to get the bubbles out of it.
Kind of made a mistake with the resin, didn't we, last night? Left it in the cold part of the...
Yeah, I did leave it in the cold part instead of sitting on the heat mat. And of course, because it's a brand new bottle as well.
And it's also...
It's heavy.
Quite chilly, this.
Yeah, well, we had... I don't understand how you missed that storm we had this morning.
No.
The thunder.
The thing was, I woke up about 5. And it was... Steve was snoring, obviously. So yeah, I woke up about 5 and I thought, right, I know the bin man's coming in the next probably hour. It's like, what am I doing? I'm putting my headphones on because I do not want to be woken up at 6 o'clock in the morning by the bin man. So I put my headphones on so I wouldn't have to listen to them.
There we are.
And then obviously I missed all the rain. Steve heard it, and he said it was quite windy.
It was blowing a ruddy gale. That's why the dumpsters from across the road ended up outside my house.
But you have to blame the bin men for that, because let's face it, had they put the brakes back on the bins, there's no way they would have blown down the street.
Brakes on the bins.
They do have.
I know they have
like trolleys.
I know they have brakes, but nobody ever uses them, ever.
Well, that's because it's not usually as windy as...
No.
As it
Although
was.
they should know by now that March is the month when it does
start getting
wet and windy.
Yeah. Probably.
Which I think has disappointed my sister because she's coming next week. What are you after?
The light. Don't want to blind people.
Well, that's it. Throw my flipping light on the floor. Throw it around. Why don't you?
Yeah.
You can kind of cure that and then put a bit more in. At least cure it enough to hold it in place.
Yeah, well, it's just sliding around, that's the problem. I keep forgetting it's the one I can do in between putting things in.
It's fine. Don't worry.
That one might be poking up a little on the long side. It's probably cured now.
Probably enough to hold it in place. It's probably still sticky, but...
Yeah, well, my UV is sliding into the bottom. So you're like, get off this stick.
Don't be too rough with it.
No, I'm not touching the bit where the resin is. I'm touching other bits.
Right. Okay.
I'm touching the top. It's not actually where the bald spots are.
Right. Yeah. My leprechaun had bald spots.
Huh?
My leprechaun had bald spots.
Yeah, I don't overdo it, but I didn't want him to just have a bald head.
Well, that colour you've chosen for the legs,
Yeah.
you could actually use, if you wanted to, this chameleon powder, which would be more see-through than what you've chosen.
Yeah.
This is called champagne. It's like a pinky goldy colour.
Well, they're like an orangey red, aren't they? I think.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they are.
There are many different types of octopus in the world.
Oh yeah, well, obviously, but
I'm going to go with.
Yeah, let's just stick these on, and then I think that's enough. Otherwise, I'm faffing about too much, and it's just going to bother me. I'll lose the will to live.
Faffing.
It's just so he's not completely. Well, I might have to put one on the here because it does look a bit on the bottom side.
I'm going to use olive in my tentacles, in the ends of my tentacles.
In the ends of your tentacles. Stick him down, then I think that I can do the legs then. I'll need a brush or something, won't I?
Yes, but once you're happy with where they are and happy that
you're
they're
going to
stuck
stick
enough,
him in
I
the
would
machine.
put him under the big light.
Yeah,
well, we get everything else ready.
I'm not all that bothered. Just wanted to have something.
Patchy bits, it's okay. Stick them under the light. Right,
turn that thing off.
While Donna cleans up her mess, I'm going to go and see how the resin's doing, and we'll be back in a tick.
Bye.
Let's go. Okay, we're back, and the bits of shell are stuck as well as they're going to be stuck. Now, I'm just going to paint the ends of the tentacles. I nearly said toes, but
they're not toes.
They don't really have toes. It's going to... So I'm using the Let's Chameleon olive on mine.
And I'm using a champagne.
Donna's using the Let's Resin Chameleon champagne on hers.
Don't know what I'm doing, but I've got it freaking everywhere already.
That's okay. It does. That's what mica powder does of any description, whether it's chameleon or just bog standard. I just want to flick it a little bit down the legs.
On a very tight time scale, so
yeah, we don't have a lot of time. We've got about 20 minutes now before we have to get ready to go out because we go off to the spa. Body scrub and massage day.
I hope I get
Ivan.
Oh, man's a genius. He's an absolute miracle worker.
And I hate him because he's so rough. Donna loves him.
I love him. He's just so. Oh, he's not quite. If you can have a massage, I want one that hurts while he's doing it, and then I feel so much better afterwards.
Yeah, when he stops.
No, but everything.
It's like wearing shoes that don't fit. Really,
everything is just feels much.
Yeah,
better.
Well, he hurts. I'm hoping no is in today because.
Yeah, but he's more of a sports massage, isn't he? Than a...
Yeah, but I book a relax massage, not a sports massage.
But yeah, he can be gentle, but he finds the knots.
Yes,
all the time. He finds all my knots, and he's not only does he find my knots, but he's also often doing the
trying to get your knots
trying to get my knots out while he's doing the body scrub, so I get like a double massage. he's so good. I got one on my back today, so and my shoulders
a bit.
Yeah, a naughty bit, and my shoulders a little bit on the rough side, but not overly so. I can't even see what I've.
Yeah, well, I don't put too much on there if you want to be able to see what you're putting on behind. So.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I got some on the that goes. So you're gonna see what I'm putting in. Anyways, freaking green. I'm gonna put a little bit of mossy stuff.
Yes, Donna's decided she's putting a bit of moss in hers.
With the UV gun thing. Not the gun. The
UV resin?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just going to start pouring my resin now. I'm using a clear, but I've got some stones I want to put in as well. I can see I've got an air bubble there, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it. because of the
Oh, yeah.
because of my brains.
Lid back on this.
That would be a good idea.
Noise. Our one little leg is not as tough. It's not got down as far as the others.
Not gone far enough for you.
No, that's when you're being fussy today.
Okay.
I say fussy, but
Yeah.
not overly
So
fussy.
I've got these like opal bits that I'm just going to drop in here and there. Some of them you probably won't see, but hopefully pieces like this will show.
Resin. God, this stuff is sticky, man.
Well, maybe it started curing, but
no, it just wouldn't get off the stick.
Oh, right.
My little bits of moss
I'm
wouldn't
just
get
going
off
to
the stick.
chip out some of these stones. So I need some little ones to go into the tentacles. Or little-ish, anyway. So apparently, as well as having 9 brains, excuse me,
Yeah.
an octopus also has 3 hearts. But I thought it would look a bit silly if I put hearts in. I've changed my mind about these stones. They're not visible enough.
You're not playing Susan. Well, while I'm poking moss, why don't you go get some other stuff?
I got other ones ready.
Oh, right. Okay.
See, I'm organised up to a point.
Yeah.
May even have put too much resin in already, but we'll see.
You can scoop it out, Connie. Well, this is just going about as well as I expected.
Yeah, I think you need a little bit more resin in there, Donna.
Yeah, well, I'm just not really being. I don't want to put too much green. It just wants him to look like he's been in the ocean.
He wants it to look like he's covered in algae.
Sea creatures have stuff on them.
Indeed. Generally.
I don't want to go like.
I want to go crazy.
Don't go crazy, but this piece is going to
be a bit more.
But then I don't want it to. I did think about putting like barnacle things on him, but I thought barnacles might be a bit excessive. And it's another stone thing then, isn't it? And then I've got to find stones that don't have the shells that don't have holes and things in them. I'm not into that. I'm not into that today.
How much time did you spend doing that last time?
Far too long. Far too long.
I spent ages last time filling the holes in the shells.
I had to rope the mother into helping last time because I was losing the will to live.
Yeah. Happens a lot.
Yes.
With resin especially.
Oh, I mean...
See, when you're all sorted out at home and you've got your sheds organised, you should set up your own resin station, shouldn't you?
No, when I finally get my shed sorted, which, I mean, he's making a start. I can't really complain about that. He is making a start on the big shed, and James is sort of clearing out the bunnies a bit. So, I'm actually going to try and refinish that bloody little chest of drawers that's in my lounge.
Yes, well, you should film that as well.
Well, I started sanding it, and
if you're upcycling, you should film that too.
Yeah, it's not really upcycling. I just want to get the older finish off and heart it up a bit, so it's not. I don't know. It's not brassy, but it's not, and it's not orange. It's just got like a really nasty varnish on that I don't particularly like. Drawers itself, I love the drawers. In fact, I love them so much. I've been trying to find a matching one because.
Why don't you go to Newport and go to the tip shop?
Because it's all on Facebook anyway, and I can see on Facebook if they've got anything.
They put everything on their Facebook.
Well, 90% I'd say is, I mean, a lot of this stuff. But the problem with the tip shop, depending on which one it is the fact that there's not really any parking near. I have looked. It's not far from where the test centre is. It's down the road. Or actually, it is parking. I lie, but I don't want to pay for parking.
Right.
Because I think it's ridiculous. It's not even in the city centre. It's in like a residentially with a few shops.
Okay.
And
So I know Lula from Nerd Goblin Art goes there, and she gets a lot of really nice like picture frames and small wooden pieces that she does resin stuff on or paints on.
Yeah, well, they do have a lot of stuff, and I love watching when they change their window decorations around with like new furniture, and I do like watching what they get in. Like I said, I just begrudge people parking when parking in my town is free.
Yeah.
I don't go to Abergavenny because I don't want to pay for parking. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, well, Abergavenny is more touristy, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
Especially when they have the farmers market on and
I love
things.
farmers market.
I used to love that when I was a kid.
And like I said, there's a trick anyway to Abergavenny.
But don't tell people what it is.
Well, everybody knows.
Oh, right, okay.
I mean, parking Morrison's for 90 minutes. I'd rather spend the £1.80, or I think it's £2.10 now, the £2.10 that I would pay for parking in Morrison's for 90 minutes, nipping into town, and then spending that £2.10 in Morrison's on a bottle of pop or something.
Or sandwich or something.
Yeah, because then I get something for my £2. And then I feel better about myself. And Morrison's gets some money.
That's true.
So I just gotta quickly, if you could UV light on that for a sec while I blow my nose.
You blow your nose while I UV zap your protein.
I won't blow my nose because that'd be gross with the microphone by me. I just yanked.
So I'm going to put mine over on the heat mat and I'm going to put yours under the UV light.
That's fine.
And then we'll come back in just a second. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so mine is over on the heat mat. Donna's ready to pour hers. So
I'm just using clear because obviously I want to be able to see the things that's
stick it in my
inside. And hopefully I'm going to start in
the middle and let it work its way out to begin with. And if you're putting more stones in, you're going to want to put them in at this stage as well with the resin.
I want to put the clear ones in, I think. Just to build him up in the middle. I don't want him to be bald. And obviously I don't want
You're mumbling again.
I don't want him doesn't need to be all resin, does he?
No.
I'm throwing these in like some sort of banshee. And then
okay.
I get a stick and poke them.
I was going to say, you need to poke them a bit towards the back. If you want to cover the bald spots.
Yeah, obviously I want some sort of...
You don't want any blue in this layer then, I'm assuming?
Maybe maybe in a minute, but let's just get some...
Just think about it.
I think that one's going to be... I know it will be alright. I think I got some bubbly bubbles. I'm going to make sure I got some up that end. I'm not so bothered about in the middle because it's got stuff on his head, so you'll see.
You put it wherever you want to put it. It's going to your house anyway, so...
Going to my bathroom. Probably not.
You're mumbling.
I'm probably... I said I want to try and see if I can get them up this side. So...
They'll do what they want anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But since we can't sit here and babysit them because we've got to go out.
We're going out. It's too important. I don't mind it. If I lose, I lose. I'm going to the spa.
So you don't care.
No. So I just need to blow none of these.
You may need to, if you can see what you're doing, very carefully drip some into the end of the
All right,
tentacles and
okay.
let it run back.
I can kind of see, but
Especially
kind
since
of
you've got the
can't
moss in there to, which will kind of
stop it.
stop it. It's
Oh,
all
God,
right.
I'm
If it
like
goes on the mat, I can clean it up. Don't
no.
panic.
I mean, I'm just not.
Blind as a bat.
I'm visually challenged again today.
You're always visually challenged, but less so if you've actually got your glasses on.
Well,
Yeah.
I put them
Let's
back in the
not
box
mention it.
last night, and then and then that was it. Then don't think about getting them out in the morning.
We've got a little bit extra resin left over if you need it. So.
But it's just, I mean, yeah, we're going there. Just making sure I've got it up the legs.
If you have a little bit of overspill, you can worry about that
sand it down
afterwards.
after anyway, can't I? I just don't want it.
You just don't want to be missing tentacle ends.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if like there's
You've got a
bits
little
of...
patch from where I'm standing. There's a bit in between the moss that doesn't have any resin in it.
Okay. Just plonk that in there. Hopefully it'll just go. I mean, I can sand any bits down anyway, can't I? So
yeah.
I need overspill bits. I'm trying to...
I think I see. I think it's all right.
I think it's okay.
It looks okay.
I'll just pull this in now so it goes up the leg. It'll be slightly over, but
they all seem to have.
They all seem
all
to
the legs
have
seem to have a sufficient amount of resin in.
Yeah, I'm just looking down. Yeah, they all look like they.
I wouldn't put any more in there because you're going to end up it overspilling.
I know, but I think that little bit in between is.
Why don't you give it a poke instead?
There.
Right, I am not moving that. That's staying where it is because that will spill.
Squirter.
I wouldn't. Because you're so domed, if you break the surface tension, it's going to go over.
All right, that's fine. I don't see any bubbles.
I don't see any either.
Well, little ones there on the surface, but none inside that I can see. So I'm not poking anything.
I think you have a sufficiency. I'm going to use this up to fill up this little pot.
Leave that till it's sticky and then I'll move it over.
Yeah, well, by the time we come back from the spa, it'll be semi-cured, so it should be perfectly fine to move at that point.
I've already cleared up my bits of moss, otherwise I could stick some more in, but I cleared them away while I was blowing my nose.
Well, if you want to go and get some more.
No, too much effort.
No problemo. Just finishing this bit. Morning.
Morning.
Right, we're ready to demold. Now, Donna did a really good job of filling hers up, so they're slightly domed, whereas mine have kind of shrunk back in the mould. But let's give it a go. Loosen the tentacles first. Well, that's what I'm doing. I find it's the easiest way to do it. I've done a couple of these before, but it's been quite a long time, so I can't actually remember the easiest way, but I'm pretty sure it's like this. Peel it away, and then pop a head out. And I'm trying to do it without looking at it, or without letting you lot see it as well. I'm going to take mine off screen until Donna's is ready as well, and we'll reveal at the same time. Yay, mine's out.
Might.
Woohoo!
So just I got one leg to get out first. This is the tricky bit. I got some serious overspill.
That's a hair, I think. Probably a cat. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at his brains.
I got brains, but obviously
you got brains. Yeah. The colours turned out really nice. I'm really pleased with the way the stones showing up in the legs.
Mm.
Look, Donna's got algae lichen type stuff in hers. Yes, we've got a bit of cleaning up to do, but I wouldn't worry about that. How about the back of his head? Has he still got bald patches?
No, because
Yeah,
I mean,
that worked really well. I mean, yeah, you can see the separation line, but that's nothing to
yeah.
worry about.
I know, I could have filled it further, but then I was worried about other things.
Losing your starfish, apart from anything else.
Yeah, my starfish, because I wanted to try and keep my starfish in.
He's cool. He's going to look good in your bathroom.
He's going to go with my other
sea-themed things.
Yeah,
I'll give you something to clean that up with in a minute.
That's cute.
Yeah, he's very pretty, actually.
It's weird shape, or just...
No, it's the way the moles... Well, yeah, actually, it is a weird shape.
Mind you, mine is as well.
Stroke it as well. Well, it's probably the mould then in that case. I thought it was just because of the lumps and bumps of the...
It's not... It's not quite round.
Yeah, well, I got like a lumpy, bumpy bit there where one of the marbles has obviously pushed the mould out a bit. But
mine there as well. Only on the one side, though. But I think... Well, we both had new moulds, so
exactly.
I don't
both have brand new moulds. I've got 9 brains in mine.
And I've just got stones and...
Right, so we'll get these cleaned up. I'll get you some photos. Yep. Give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. It's free, costs you nothing, and it does help my channel out a lot.
I'm just about to see the pink on mine.
Yeah, it shows up quite well on the camera, actually.
All right.
And we will see you all for the next one. Bye.